Okay, Nabila, please share your story. I mean, introduce yourself, please.
Okay, can you hear me?
Clearly,
Yes, we can.
Okay, yeah. My name is Dr. Nabila Fash.
doctor, as in like you're a medical doctor or you have a PhD
Honorary PhD.
or you have an honorary. Okay, nice to meet you, Dr. Nabila Fash.
Fash.
Okay, continue introducing yourself because we all want to meet.
I'm a PR expert, and I think I've had my share of of some news in the media a few years ago, and this
Oh, people are typing Oritsefemi's wife. Oh my goodness, you are Oritsefemi's wife.
yeah, I am I don't. Okay, so let's
Ah,
get into
hey, what is
it.
on Oluwaye? Ah.
Oluwami. Oluwami is Jesus Christ.
No, but what I'm saying is, wow, former wife. Okay, are you his wife or former wife?
Oopsie. Separated, but not yet divorced.
Not yet divorced. Wow. And I used to like Oritsefemi's musical.
I like.
You used
I
to. What
I,
happened?
I love his music.
I'm his fan. Oh.
I don't know too many of them. There was one that was trending the other day. He was I never met him one on one, even though I know most people in the music industry. I never met him one on one. I don't know why. So what happened, guys? What happened? You guys seem to be such a cool couple. What happened? Or we're just reading and seeing what's going on social media. What really happened?
Oopsie. So I don't think it's anything crazy. But like every marriage, there is always trouble, and I think talking about domestic violence, I want people to know that domestic violence is not just physical. So let's not just concentrate on the physical part, Domestic violence can be, verbal abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, even financial abuse is domestic violence. So let's not get to people just want to stay with the physical part of domestic violence. So for me, I've had like few news in the media about domestic violence, um, cheating, not that,
Cheating?
and
You say
different stuff. Come again, that the phrase
did
I
you
didn't
say
get. Yeah, cheating.
was he cheating?
Um, was he cheating?
That Yetunde's laugh, that laugh is unholy.
Um, I'm not here to put anyone down because at the end of the day, before you married someone, you love them. That's why you decide to get married to them. And when you get married, you're not open to divorce or get separated or whatever. But for me, I think when I saw, I'm sorry. So when I saw Bimbo stuff last week,
Oh yeah.
I think I got PTSD from that, like because it's like repetition of stuff, like when you have like issues and people keep saying go back, make it work, then you go back, you make it work, and it get worse. or sometimes you go back and you think you're making a progress, and there are secrets. I think for me, the worst thing I've ever had to deal with is, as a very private person, is to have my business out there. And people think they could tell me how to live my life or whatever. And my marriage to me was very sacred in the beginning, but it became, I became someone else in marriage, because I think at some point I was even out of order, like when you get to this place of pain and you can't even control yourself anymore. So I remember last year, February, I was at work and I got a call that there's been a strange woman in my house, and I remember driving back to my house, which was like just like 3 to 4 minutes drive from my office to the house. And I remember the only thing I picked up from my office while driving home was my mobile phone. And I remember calling my daughter. I don't have my own biological child, but I got into the marriage with kids from other women, which I actually embraced as mine. And
It's
excuse
okay.
me.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It's
Sorry,
okay, Nabila.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Don't cry.
And
Oh.
I was their mommy, and I was so happy to be their mom. Yeah. So I remember calling my daughter on my way home, and they picked up the phone, but she wasn't the one that picked up the phone. And I could remember the conversation while driving home. Um, she was in distress. She was crying and saying, "Don't hurt me." And I could remember him telling her, "You want to break my marriage. You want to break my marriage." And she was saying, "Daddy, you're beating me. Daddy, you're hurting me." And I was driving as far as I can just to get home. And when I got home, I didn't see the person. But my daughter was a bit shaking, and she had to okay. So what am I driving at here? The first thing I could do, I was mad. I was really upset. It was a Monday I would never forget. And the first thing I did was to take my phone and went on my story, and I wrote a whole lot of rubbish, like, whoever the woman is that came to my house to do this morning while I was at work, you're lucky I didn't meet you in my house, because it would have been a different story. And I remember a lot of people coming at me, telling me that your business is not with the woman, is with the man who brought the lady to the house.
They always say that.
And I remember giving another chance after that. While some people think I was a fool, but being raised by a single mother myself, I was the normal Nigeria mentality of you have to make your marriage work. And I really wanted my marriage to work. But what really broke the camel's back was that I was living a lie with someone I was really deeply, madly in love with. And I thought that was my happy ending, because, yeah, I've got fertility. We had issues having our own biological kids, but I was a lovely mother of two wonderful girls from two different women I do not know, that I'm not related to, but this person still see it like they were doing me justice by having kids outside without my knowledge.
Hmm.
Yeah. So it became important for my sanity, for my mental health, to take a decision that wasn't easy, but definitely a decision that made me be here today. Like I'm here today, and I can say this story because if I didn't make that decision, who knows, being bored didn't get a chance to tell our story.
Her story. Now, I want to take you back. The abuse in your marriage, was it psychological as a result of cheating, in your opinion, or was it physical? Did he actually lay his hands on you?
I think there were times this person was being physical. I think physical like twice. But the most important thing, like the most important abuse I had, was more of verbal and emotional abuse, I would say.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it
And
got with, yeah.
let's talk about the cheating,
Mm-hmm.
because I hear your side. I always try to be as fair as possible and allow every party say their own side of the story, just for the sake of fairness.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the cheating, in your opinion, was it just a one-off? Was it just a Nigerian man? Nigerian men can cheat here and there, but they love their wives. There was something I posted today on my Instagram. I don't know if you saw it. I said many Nigerian men are actually very faithful, especially to their side chicks. The average man is faithful to his side chick. He has just one side chick, and because I saw a video of a man destroying the range his side chick got from her other boyfriend. He was angry, and he was pained that after all I did for this girl, apart from my wife in Canada, this is the only other girl, this is my only side chick. And I'm like, so, and it seemed normal to a lot of people. I want to ask you, is it normal? Was it a one-off, or was it a constant part of your life?
I had to deal with it constantly. And at some point, they told me it came with the job.
Oh.
It came with
They
the job.
told me, yeah, they told me it came with the industry this person is. Like it's normal.
Oh.
I have to deal with it. I
Hmm.
even had people say to me, like, just have a child, and then your concentration will be on your child, not on the man. And I'm thinking, how does that make it go away? Like, so you have a child, and the cheating goes on.
Hmm.
But for me, at some point, I became numb to the cheating. Like, okay, I saw it as being normal when it's not meant to be so. But like I said, I could take anything, but having a child on me without telling me, I felt really betrayed. Like,
Hmm.
I felt like this person this person
Hmm.
would say, I love my wife, but How do you love someone and you hurt them so deeply?
I wonder.
Mm, 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 mm. So where is he now? Where are you now in the relationship?
I filed for divorce
When did you file?
3 months ago.
Hmm. What is he saying? Is he accepting it, or what is he saying?
Mhm.
He's not accepting it. I think it feels like it's going to be like one of those days where you will come out and say something and everything will be under the carpet and would have to take pictures and form couple goals again for the media, but for the gram. But no,
Hmm.
I think women needs to know
Could it,
when to draw
could
the
it,
curtains.
let me ask you a question. Me playing devil's advocate. Could it
Mm-hmm.
be that he was just trying to have a child of his own?
After
Uh-uh.
three, after you've had three from
He's
three
got
different
children
women,
already.
then you got
Oh,
married.
so it wasn't
Yeah.
just a one-off. See me defending somebody here. Oh.
Yeah. So then you got married and you
Okay, he
think
already had 3 kids before you married him.
he had two before he had two. Then there was one on the way when we're about to get married.
Uh-uh.
Mm-hmm. Which
People,
I which I asked, which
Hmm.
I was like, because you didn't tell me about that other one, I would accept the two into our home, but that other one you could look after her from afar, but don't bring her into my home. Then a year ago, and this is really funny because by my calculation, the time he came out to stay to Nigeria to beg his wife to come back home, he already had another woman pregnant. So how could you do that?
wow.
How could you come out to tell Nigerians to beg a woman to
Hmm.
come home when you know you've done something that crazy?
So the way you're talking about this seems like this cheating was a constant part of your mind from your um, explanation. How did you deal with it? Maybe could it be that he was looking for a son? Let me speak for them.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's
Hmm.
you actually hit the nail on the head, Daddy
What an
Freeze.
excuse.
Yeah, that's the excuse, looking for a son. Yeah.
Wow.
And
Now, now,
I'm happy for him because he finally got a son, right? So I'm kind of happy for him that
oh
he
wow,
did.
oh what he was looking for. Now, I
Yeah.
question. I want to ask you a question here. Um, this is a personal question, but I'm just trying to build up to what could have been the issue. How was the intimate life, as in the fakafiki, so
Between us,
food?
Maybe the
between
fakafiki
us.
was good. That was why
Yeah.
Nabila stayed.
Oh, it was good, very good.
You
So
see?
what was
My
he outside?
my husband, my husband could be out there, but I'm his home. When he comes back home, he needs to satisfy he needs to still satisfy his wife. Yeah.
Oh
So
my
that's
God.
So when the one he eats outside is not enough, come and eat at home
no,
again.
yeah.
Oh
Home
Lord.
food is different from takeaway, right? Is that not what they say? Cooked homemade food is kind of different.
Oh, Nabila, I'm now.
But you weren't you afraid if what you're saying is true, you'd be afraid of STIs now.
Very true.
Hmm.
Very true.
You're afraid of STIs.
Very, very true. So,
Did you ever get an STI? Let's start with that. Did you ever get an STI, an infection?
mm-mm, mm-mm.
That means he was careful now. He was at least protect.
Careful, careful, but he had babies.
Oh, but he had babies. Hey.
Careful, but he had babies.
Husband is
Oh my
difficult.
goodness.
I've tried very hard to defend. I just can't. Hey, had babies. Oh, try. Now, you know, what were the type of women he was going after? Was there a specific spec?
Mm. Don't let me go there. That the phrase is
You don't have
mine.
to go there. We're already there. We are the front of the thing. Let's not enter. We are at the gate already. Let's just open the gate and enter the house.
Mm.
Hmm.
Not the kind of people I could want to speak to, or they could want to speak to me. Not those kind of people.
No. As in how?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You see, right now, for me, it's all about healing, moving on, and trying
Where
to
you guys
not
living?
make,
Where were you
yeah,
guys
and
living?
yeah, living. And again, let me say this, and I think this is the reason why a lot of women keep quiet. They don't want to share their story, and they don't want to come out.
Mm,
Exactly.
You see, we
And when I
should,
shared mine, they
we
said I
should,
shared too much.
yeah, yeah, we should learn not to use people's pains as entertainment news or
Hmm.
exclusive news.
Hmm.
I was looking at I'm sorry I keep referring back to Bimbo, but I say this each time there is a domestic violence issue out there. Every blog wants to make it an exclusive news. Every
mm,
blog wants traffic, but do they take the right appropriate steps? Because wait, if you say a man is beating his wife and the wife was in coma, or the wife went to the hospital, and you're reporting this news, why are you not tagging the right authorities? Why are you
Hmm.
not tagging the police? Why are you not
Hmm.
tagging domestic violence agencies? Why is it just the gossip part that you're interested in? Why is it that people want to shame someone that is a single mother? Why is it that
Hmm.
people want to shame someone that walked out of their marriage? Why is it that people want to shame someone that has been battered and trying to heal? I remember I had a meeting one time when I left home, and I was with my friend. Bless her. She was there for me at that point. And I remember having a meeting and going into that office. I felt ashamed. Why was I ashamed? If people stare at me, I'm not thinking they're staring at me because I was well dressed for the meeting. What I'm thinking of is, are they staring at me because they've read my story online?
Hmm.
I've been beaten. Are they staring at me because they've read my story online that my husband brought a woman home or something? So sometimes, less as a society, we need to do better for the people going through domestic violence. We need to do better for people in toxic marriage. Same people that would say to Bimbo, leave, are the same people that would say to her, where are you going after 5 children?
Exactly.
No man is going to look at you.
Hmm.
Your own is even still better. Do you know that some people's own is, there are loads of rubbish that people say. And I'm glad that a lot of women now know that marriage is not a do or die affair anymore. Like, you need, as a woman, I preach women empowerment, not in other ways, but in a way to say to women, get something doing. I can share my story today because I have a roof over my head. I have a job. I pay my bills. That's why I can be confident to share my story. What about women that can't
Exactly.
share their stories
Personal.
because, yeah.
Did
So,
you ever cheat on him in the marriage?
did I ever what?
Cheat on him?
I swear with my life and everything. I was with that man for 6 years, and I didn't cheat on him in the marriage, or I didn't cheat on him from the day I met him. So
Oh
when I
wow.
say, so it's from the day, I don't count from my marriage. I count from the day I met this person, you know. I've been with this person, and this person has been the only person I've been with up until the time I filed for divorce.
Hmm. 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 So, you know, there's cheating and there's embarrassing cheating. The kind of cheating that most men cheat. Let's allowance for that, even though not support it and I do not preach it. Most men cheat. But you know, there are two types. There's the embarrassing cheating. There's the anything is cheating.
Anything is cut.
That's the
And
kind of one I got. Yeah, that's the kind of one I got. The
as in,
very,
they'll be
the,
chasing things around the estate, around the neighborhood.
you know,
Is that the one?
those kind of cheating is the one I got. The
No,
one that you could know that maybe there is one small hotel next in the next street to your house, and you know this person could be there with somebody else. Yeah. But like I said, there
no,
is
no. Sorry.
like,
I want you back there. Sorry. In your neighborhood, there could be a hotel, and but which kind of girls will follow a married man to a hotel?
what kind of girl would
Hey,
follow a married man
did you
into
not
his
listen to our
matrimonial
story?
home?
Matrimonial home. He brought someone there.
But what? As in, which kind of girls were these? Were these working class? Were they students? I'm
Of course, a working class woman wouldn't do that.
So what kind of girls were these? As in, I'm sorry, but I find it a bit perplexing.
It's Sarewagba kind of girl.
But those Sariwagba, as in, where did they come from? As in, which work did they do?
Sarewagba,
Sarewagba kind of work.
Yeah, but what is okay? Like can I say prostitutes? These were prostitutes.
Not
I don't know what they
necessarily.
are, but they are whatever they have. That the phrase.
Where were you? Let me even ask you, what area were you staying?
Lucky.
Me every thought it was like Kajegunle.
Uh-uh.
Olo- Abba, daddy freeze. You look me, you
No,
can't look
because
us
all these
finish. Because
Sariwagba,
in Nigeria we they live. Abba, daddy freeze. Abba.
Oh my God, Daddy
so all
Freeze.
these kind of Sariwagba, they this our lucky way with this so.
They're plenty.
They're plenty.
Uh,
But you know
these
what?
girls, okay, during the day when he was not carrying them, what were they doing? I just want to know. I'm curious. What kind of work? What kind of homes were they? Were they people's
Daddy freeze.
daughters?
I don't know these people. I don't know them. I would not even lie to you. Like, he will tell you, I have never caught him red-handed, right?
Okay.
But you know these things, right? I've seen things. I have receipts of stuff. I get sent DMs by some girls. I get sent
As in, what do
pictures.
they write? DM. hello, our patron or our elder.
Our Yale.
Okay.
Our Yale wa, order wa.
I get sent DMs by some girls.
What did
Then
they
guess
say?
what?
Oh, mm.
Now some do say just to inform me.
Ah,
They Some do say to inform me that my husband is trying to get with them.
Mm.
Yeah. And I'll say thank you for letting me know.
but those girls say
Mm.
they want to buy somebody's home. How can you send
Yeah.
your Ali?
But they send you with the receipt. So they screen grab, they'll screenshot the message and send to me.
And
But
you
what
have
are
the
they trying to get at? I don't understand. Why would you
I
call?
think maybe some of them that do not want to go.
Oh, so they want you to go instead.
No, maybe they don't want to go, but they want me to know that
Oh.
this is happening. And I remember, that's why mental health is very important. Like, seriously, let's not even look at all these. We can laugh about all these, right? But there are some people that could be in a psychiatric hospital right now
Mm.
for every trauma this could have
Mm.
caused them. I
Exactly.
remember, you remember when I started this conversation, I said I became someone I wasn't, and I became another version of me I didn't know. So I remember at some point I put some girls together. Like I've seen their messages, and I know like there's something going on. So what did I do? I came on Instagram, right? And I put them in a group, and I named the group with his name and said somebody's cocksuckers.
ah.
Ah.
I put all of them in the group, and I said to them, I just want you guys to meet yourselves.
And
Hmm.
what now
How
happened
did
again?
that go?
Oh, some quickly blocked me. Some said they didn't know he was married.
Uh-oh. They
So it
didn't know
was like,
indeed.
yeah, so it was like different stuffs.
Mm.
They were just like, they said different stuff, and it was I see, now I think about those things and I laugh.
Hmm.
But come to think of it, with somebody where I am right now with my mental health, would I do that? Hell no. Like, I would never want to speak to any girl. I would never even want to ask any girl what you're doing with a man. Like, it's none of my business now because I'm kind of in a good place. But at that
Hmm.
point, you become mad. Like, you're mad. Everything makes you mad.
Hmm.
Your husband goes out, he comes back. In the night, you're not sleeping because you want to check the phone because you know there's something there you need to check. Your
Okay.
husband travels, he brings back his bag from travel. You need to check the bag because you know you're gonna find something in the bag. So
Hmm. Hmm.
mentally, I
You know,
wasn't in
there were
a
many
place.
stories I hear about guys who cheat, and I'll still say you are lucky because there was one particular girl who wrote me. Apparently, her man was sleeping with all the house girls in their estate. They were
I never
staying.
Hmm.
had a I never had a female worker. I couldn't have it. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I would have a chef, but my chef has to be a man because I trust myself. I'm not gonna look at my chef or my gate man. But I could never have an housemaid, a female housemaid. Why? Why would I do that? That's like
Hey.
I've had I've had I've had an instance where the neighbor's maid was talking while I was in the kitchen, just wanting me to know that my husband is talking to her.
Your neighbors have hell.
Yeah.
Hey, Father Lord.
No, now,
Yeah.
Nabila.
I can't lie on nobody. I love my husband so much. It hurts me that I'm doing this. It kind of put me in the spot because Boss Line actually told me I'm not here to say my story, but just to talk about
Yeah,
surviving
yeah. I'm
toxic
sorry.
marriage and just say
Sorry.
something.
Let,
I would never, even up to now, I would never, want to say anything bad about him because, I always make excuses for him. Sometimes the way we grow up, our environment, the things that we experience as a child, it kind of builds who we are, even when we become adults. So for him, it's always like one excuse or the other. Um, Growing up in the slum, not having maybe the kind of love you're supposed to have when growing up. Um, but you know what, women, we can't play the role of God, the role of a mother, the role of a therapist, or everything in the life of a man. Marriage is meant to be beautiful, and once it's no longer beautiful, I don't think there is any point
To stay.
wasting our lives for the
mm,
man. And I'm talking right now, it's both ways. So if you as a man, you're not finding happiness in your marriage anymore, you should leave. If you as a woman, you're not finding happiness in your marriage anymore, you should leave. It's not a do or die affair. I don't even want I don't even want to be enemies with this person. I shared 6 good years with this person. Why would I want to be an enemy? He taught me how to be tolerant. He taught me how to be a mother. From nowhere, I got married and I became a mom immediately. I got married. Like, looking after two girls, going for school meetings, being there for them in every milestones
okay,
in their life.
two girls were his daughters from other women.
Yes. And I was a mother
Oh.
to them. So you know what? No matter what happens, I'll give myself a lot of credit. I'll
Mm.
pat myself on the back and say, "Well, Nabila, well done. You did well."
Well done to you.
Because you know
Well done.
what? Yeah,
So,
those girls could never could never say I was a bad stepmom. Those girls would choose me over and over and over and over and over again. And to let them go was heartbreaking for me, but I had to because I need to move on with my life.
Mm.
mm.
Bele.
It's fine. We just don't want any kind of we don't want any kind of story anymore where people see marriage as a do or die affair and somebody dies, because
Mm.
when once you're gone, you're gone.
You are gone.
Like, if in a week, 2 weeks, no one is going to remember you again.
Straight.
So we need to live, like, we need to live our best lives too.
Mm.
Mm.
So for me, i I'm thankful that I've got this platform. And Daddy Freeze, let me say something to you. I know I said something about I don't like when blogs do exclusive for traffic.
Yeah.
I want I want everybody watching to know this is the first time I'm speaking out.
Hmm.
Like, this is the first time people know everything I'm saying, because the only people that know this are close family and friends, very close, tight. And that this has been on for almost 4 months, and it's the first time you won't see it on any blog.
Oh no, me, I'm not even
Yeah,
seeing.
yeah. You know why? Because also my cycle changed. So now I have a very small cycle. So
Mm.
like before, if I shout in my house, it's gonna be in the blog, and it's going to be from a reliable source or from a close source. So right
Mm.
now I've got like a very small cycle. So this, I'm sure some of my friends are watching right now, and they're looking at me and saying, "What's going on? You said you don't want this out in the media. Why are you doing this?" I'm
Mm.
doing this for you. I'm doing this for the next woman that feels ashamed to come out of that marriage. I'm doing this
Mm.
woman that is mentally battered, emotionally battered, and
Hmm.
doesn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's not easy. I would not even lie. It's not easy. I still have days where I roll on my big bed wishing I have my husband next to me. But would I
Mm.
rather wake up
Come,
in the
come,
morning?
come.
Yeah,
In all
yeah,
this thing,
I thought you moved
I want
on.
to ask you a question, personal question.
yeah.
In all this, have you ever refused him fakafiki?
No, after I filed for divorce, of course, no any fakafiki for him anymore.
But before then,
Yeah, before, maybe if I'm upset or something. Yeah, but
then
my
when you're
husband.
upset, when you're upset, for instance, I say, you know what, I'm not giving you this thing. I'm not giving you no cookie this night. What do you do?
Yeah,
Voila.
I do that. I feel a lot of women do that too. No, we do
So
that,
when you do
right?
that, what do you now do? What's his response?
Yeah, my husband. Ah, sorry, I keep saying my husband. I'm used to this. My husband thing. I'm root abokoku. You know, so it's so hard to stop this. My husband thing. So yeah. So um, sometimes he also says, I will never touch you again. Me too. Then next minute, do the same, baby. Now, why are you doing this now?
Ingo the leg. Ah, I'm
Ah,
okay.
men beg go. Some
Sorry,
even
Femi, I
cry.
said this. I'm sorry,
Daddy
I said
free.
this.
Some even cry.
Sorry, Femi,
Then
I
they
said this.
cry.
Some cry. Oh, I know
Sorry,
that one.
Femi. Sorry, Femi. Don't answer bus line.
Mm. Some
Hey,
cry. I'm talking
no,
about my
Nabila,
experience, not
no,
yours.
Nabila, please,
Some
no,
actually
Nabila.
cry for sex. Yes.
Nabila, give me this cookie now. Eh? I'm just joking, no, I'm just joking. I'm just trying to make a very tough situation a bit more livable. I'm sorry
Yeah.
the marriage is going the route it is going.
I'm grateful it's going the route it is going. Don't be sorry
Mm.
about
A
it.
lot of
Because,
people are saying you still love him. How true is that?
Hmm.
oh,
Hmm.
love. Of course, it was my husband for 6 years. I shared my life with this person. The only man I had for 6 years. Not all married women can actually say that they were in marriage even for a year or 2 years and they didn't look outside or
Hmm.
didn't step out. For
Married
me,
women of these days.
yeah, for me, it's
Oh
something
my goodness.
I take pride in. That
Hmm.
from the moment I met him up until the time I decided to let go,
Hmm.
that I never stepped out of my marriage. Even when I know that like he was cheating, it didn't make me feel like I needed to get back at him by cheating on him. What do
Hmm.
I do when he cheats? I make more money.
Mm.
I just concentrate on my job and I make money. But
Mm. Let's talk about finances. Who was the breadwinner in the family
Hmm.
marriage?
Don't go there.
out of respect for what we have, I would not answer that question.
Hmm.
for what we had.
No, because it will also help us understand. I'm sorry, I'm trained to ask questions. There's no question of the earth.
I know, but
So,
out of
for some
respect,
people,
out of respect for him as a man, and each
you know why
man
I'm
has
asking you this
ego.
question?
So
Hold on.
I would not want to go that way.
You know why I'm asking you this question?
Yeah.
Because at the end of this, people are going to put two and two together. You see, knowledge is a combination of information that is gathered from data. Let me explain to you. You're going to get off the live, and people are going to make the assumption that he was feeding her now. She didn't have a right.
Let them assume now that he frees.
So
you wanna
I
think it's petty.
Okay, they want to assume
that
they want
she's
to
been
assume.
feeding the
So
husband.
let me answer it this way. If they want to assume,
Okay.
Number one, I never married this person for money. I am a self-made woman. My work speaks for itself. I manage top international footballers. If that can tell you how okay I am, then you should know. I worked with MultiChoice for over 6 years before I started my own company. But some of us are not social media billionaires or millionaires. We are real life money makers.
Billionaires. Yes, so tell them, sister.
So you have answered the question without answering the question. It's okay.
So from that, they can decide to now pick one or two together. Then they can now assume.
I like that. I like the fact that you're defending him. That does make a lot of sense.
No, I can't rubbish him. Why should I do that? I'm not trained that way. I'm an educated woman. And Ijalode to abi to ridowe abi to owe as it so and I can't be bitter. You know why I can't be bitter? Because I have my life put together.
Now let's talk about your work. These international footballers that you manage, and many of them are millionaires in pounds and in other foreign currencies. Don't they make passes at you? Don't they? Just me asking you.
So when I bring money to your table, you don't want anything that will cause wahala. So for me, when is work is work. And out of respect for the man I married, I make sure that everyone I work with get to meet him, talk to him. I speak to them freely in his presence. I don't have like no shady kind of talk with any one of them behind. So it's I'm open. I'm like a book. You can just read me. And I'm blessed to be able to be the first person to give some of these footballers their first major endorsements in Nigeria. So they too, they will not want to jeopardize their bread, Or if other things enter into it, tomorrow when money enter and I can't hold your money, if you shout outside, if you talk, say where my money. So business for us is business.
Final question. Is there any hope of fixing the marriage?
No, Daddy Freeze. I can't be that woman. I tried when I had 2 children by 2 different women as my kids, as my daughters. They are still my daughters. But right now, I can't have 4 kids by 4 different women, and I'm still trying to have my own child. No.
Talking about having your own child, how old are you?
Old enough to have a child.
What's the question?
old enough to stick that I can still have a child.
Ask of because as you look like this,
Old
fine like this,
enough I can still have a child.
mom, lay your
I'm not
hand.
old not to have a child. I know
Let me
one
tell you.
day I might just go to the sperm bank and get a sperm donor. Oh, we have this fine B-boy and have a baby.
Because guys in my life, don't they look you? All these guys, they are not well. No answer
Have
anybody for
you?
this.
But
She's single, oh.
anybody that is looking at me now needs to come correct too. As in, now standards are freaking high. Like seriously high. I'm going
hide.
back. I'm going back to where I belong. I'm going back to my class, you know.
Oh my
So
God.
standards
You are going
are
back to
freaking
your
high
class.
right
Hey,
To your class.
now.
ọ̀rọ̀
I'm
nìyẹn
going
o.
back to my
Ọ̀rọ̀
class.
lẹ́gbọ́n yẹn yín jọ̀mọ́.
Wahala.
He's going back to our
Standards
class.
are standards are
Ọ̀rọ̀
very
lẹ́gbọ́n yẹn
high
yín
right
jọ̀mọ́.
now. So you got to be someone that is really educated, highly intelligent.
Ẹ̀yin jọ̀mọ́ ṣe ń gbọ́, wọ́n lẹ gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀wé nísìn. Pé tẹ́lẹ̀ àwọn
Highly intelligent. We gotta profile. You gotta have a pedigree. We gotta profile your background, you know.
Tẹ́lẹ̀ àwọn lè gba ní pedigree, but nísìn kọ́.
No, you gotta have a pedigree. Like we need to profile you right now. You know, sometimes love is blind, but sometimes you can still now. When love clear for your eyes, I gotta shine. I gotta open.
Daddy Shoki is here. Daddy Shoki say.
Daddy Shoki is my daddy. You know what? Daddy Freeze, you know what? After I drop from this live, I think by tomorrow I need to turn off my phone and just have my working phone on, because I will have like 1 billion calls and people are gonna be like, why didn't you reach out to me? Like Daddy Shoki is like father to us. Like he will practically drive to my house and be like, no, you guys. You know, a lot of people have been there. Like they've been father, mother to this stuff, like to this marriage. And I'm so like, I'm not sorry to say I didn't disappoint you guys, because I know all those agbalagba advice, all those elderly advice and all those things, you know. Yeah, I respect everyone, but this time, you know why I'm happy right now, Daddy Freeze? Because a lot of time that I had all these problems, and when it comes out on social media, you know, everyone has their opinion. So people tell me what to do. Go back. Why are you with this person? Leave your marriage. Do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? July 4th, when I made my decision, no one was there. It was just me. I didn't have to talk to anyone. I made my decision by myself. So no one can come out and put it on anyone. I've had to rub my dirt and my shit on close friends that didn't have anything to do with my marriage. You know, some of my friends had to take, they had to take, you know, some dragging for my marriage. They've had to, you know, accuse them of breaking my marriage and everything. But this time around, you can't spin it on anyone. This is all Nabila's decision. This is no family's decision. This is Nabila's decision. Nabila is deciding what is good for her. So all I want people to do is please respect my decision this time. Just respect my decision for once. And please, and I'm also begging the bloggers, because they will lift all these things we're saying here. They will lift it from your page, Daddy Freeze, and they will try to, you know, change headings. Oritsefemi's wife said, they will pick the bad ones. They would not say the ones how I've been kind of, you know, being diplomatic the way I talk, and I don't want to rub shit on anyone or trying to be respectful. They want to do all sorts just to drive traffic.
Don't bother about all those.
No, I'm not bothered about them, because right now, believe me, I have a lawyer. If you write, I'm telling you bloggers, and I'm looking at you guys, your faces. If you write things that are untrue about me, I need money as I did right now, and I go pay me. Like, I go sue una ass, and I go pay me. But you know what? It's all good because we are all media people and we know how this works. But the truth, what I'm trying to say is we need to be more, we need to be um, more accommodating and respect people's decision so they don't go into their shell. If you know that when you come out, you will have support and people will not judge. See, like me now, if you see me for road, I did my brand new Prado. So what you want judge? No be Okada, they fly. So what you want judge? You know, what you they judge? You they judge me when I they cruise inside my Prado for road. How you want to judge me? Say I come off for marriage and no be man buy me the car and me buy myself my car they drive. So you know, but what about women that can't find their feet yet? What about the women that if they leave, they don't know when their next meal will come out from? So this is the time we need to come together. If we need to start a foundation to help people that are going through this and know that, you know, we support you, we got your back, it will be better than exclusive news. And I'm glad I'm talking to you, Daddy Freeze, because I've had some people come in my DM to ask me stories. How far will you marry? Your husband no wish you, you know, congratulate you, you know, wish you happy birthday, waiting they happen. And I'm like, nothing is happening. So now you people can hear from the us's now. This is my story to tell. It's not your story to tell. So I beat you to it. And thank you, Boss Line, for giving me this opportunity. I didn't plan to say all this, but and Daddy Free, thank you. You know, I've always heard from when we were in UI. I was in UI for a while. Yeah.
So you knew me.
You might know me back then in UI, but
Your name? What?
with Tosin, Tinu, Funke,
Which Funke?
yeah, Funke.
Which Funke? What's her son name?
Pasoya.
What set were you in UI?
19. No, I didn't finish in UI. I was just there for a year before I moved to Unilag.
Oh, but what set were you in? Were you my set?
No, your set.
Were you
junior? You're junior.
You were the junior one.
Yeah.
So how you know me?
I know you in school now. Everybody knew you and your ex in school.
And my ex, hey.
You people were campus couple girls back then.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, the life in campus and the mentality on campus is different from when you come to the real world. When we came to the real world, it was tough. Congratulations, my sister. Congratulations as in you're moving on, Nabila. Sometimes when you are in business class and the toilet in business class is not working and you decide to go to economy, use the bathroom, when you're done, you're still going to come back to business class. It doesn't mean you've moved to economy. So you need to come back to your class. According to you, nobody me talk anything before they say I talk. Look,
oh my God.
Oh, you enter another level.
Is Kemi on this live?
Which
Kemi,
Kemi?
are you here? Somebody is waiting. Kemi. I don't know if she's still here.
Kemi, what's her son name? Sorry, I'm looking at the list of. Give me a handle.
I think Gist with Kems or something.
Gist with Kems. I thought I saw something like that. Gist.
Whether she don't go sleep or.
With, yeah, we took a while.
Yeah, she was supposed to join.
The story was very deep.
Oh, maybe
Just
she's gone to
Kems.
sleep. She's got work tomorrow. And I've got a flight to catch.